In this one, I will be showing you some ways to improve the efficiency of your R inputs. So the file we are going to import is the same another file, but I have added more rows into this and have replaced some words into numbers here. So this is a mixture of characters and numbers. When you try to import a file like this, it is always better to have your column classes argument defined. What's a column class? It's nothing but a vector containing the class of each of the rows of the data that you are going to import. So the class of my data is all characters, which I know it beforehand. So if you know the data type of each of the rows that you are importing, it is always better to specify it in this argument that goes as part of the read.table function. So why do we have to define this? Because when you define this, R will not have a conflict in trying to figure out whether the data it is importing is whether a number or a numeric or an integer or a factor or a character. So it's safer and more efficient to define your data type. So I'll place this in A. So there you go, it imported automatically and so quickly. Another argument that can be very useful is the end row argument. Say you have a file with more than 1000 or 10,000 of rows and you just want to read the first 100. I can use the argument end row and download the same file. Say we already have 60 rows. I can use end row as 10 and get only the first 10 rows into A. Rather than importing the entire dataset and occupying my memory, I can just import only the first 10 lines like what I have done here. I'll be able to avoid one additional step and free my memory also. Similarly, there is an argument for skip. Say if you want to skip say I want to skip the first 5 lines and read the next 10 lines after that, I can add this skip is equal to 5 as the next argument and read the same. So my first 5 lines will be skipped and the next 10 lines that follows will be recorded and imported into the object.